بینندگان عزیز، درود بر شما. در سیتی هال یا شهرداری شهر لس آنجلس هستیم. امروز یکی از روزهای بسیار مهمی برای جامعه ایرانی خواهد بود. نه جامعه ایرانی که تنها در خارج از کشور یا در آمریکا هست، بلکه برای تمامی ما ایرانیان، چرا که امروز از سوی شهرداری لس آنجلس تاریخ 16 سپتامبر یک نقطه عطفی در رابطه با مهسا اکت خواهد بود. اسم مهسا در تاریخ دائمی آمریکا به ویژه در لس آنجلس اسم مهسا نقش می‌بنده و این نموداری خواهد بود از حرکت پرتوان و پر افتخار جامعه ایرانی در خارج از کشور، به ویژه در کالیفرنیا. از شما دعوت می‌کنم به گزارشی که برای
Today we're gathering to honor the memory of Mahsa Amini. You know, with all that's going on in the world now, particularly in Iran, it's important that we do so. It's a young woman whose life was tragically cut short, but whose story ignited a global movement for justice and human rights. Today, I'm introducing a resolution that is going to declare September 16th, 2024 as Mahsa Amini Day. And so this is a precursor to that, because come September, there's going to be a lot of celebration and recognition of Mahsa Amini at that time in the city and throughout the city. So we wanted to recognize the introduction of that resolution. Her story, as we all know, is a sobering reminder of the price of silence in the face of injustice. Her arrest and subsequent death for allegedly an inadequate head covering underlies a grave violation of human rights, the right to bodily autonomy and freedom of expression. It's a narrative all too familiar to those who have sought refuge and opportunity here in our city. So we honor Mahsa Amini. Let us also renew our commitment to those principles. Let her legacy be a call to action, not just a reflection of what was lost, but a beacon guiding us toward what we must strive to protect: justice, equality, human rights for all. So we have a group here today I wanted to introduce to talk a little bit about this. And I wanted to start with our first speaker, Dr. Katie Amiri Younesi. Dr. Amiri Younesi.
Thank you.
Oh, there you go. Right there. Welcome.
Hi. Mahsa Amini, a 22-year-old woman, was held and then killed by Iran's morality police for allegedly wearing the mandatory Islamic headscarf too loosely. That's right, killed for not covering her hair the way the Islamic regime wanted her to do so. Women and girls living under the regime of Islamic Republic live in an extreme structural system designed to oppress them. Women Life Freedom is a campaign seeking to expand and set the moral, political, and legal tools available to mobilize international actions against and ultimately end the regime that are oppressing women because of their gender. And then you came in. You with your open arms and open hearts to take us, the Iranian that had to leave homeland behind to find home in this civilized, humanized, and loving society. And God knows you stood tall with us, side by side, and you realized the torture that our people in Iran are going through, and then you became our loud voice. You became our tower of strength, our backbone to fight this brutal regime miles and miles away, by remembering and stamping what happened on September 16, 2022, by making it an official Mahsa Day in our beloved Los Angeles region. Thank you for understanding and supporting us. Thank you for making us feel at home, and thank you for your big heart that pumps love and humanity in every beat. Thank you so much, the fine members of the city of Los Angeles.
Thank you. Next we have Dr. Sivash Arani.
Thank you so much. Respected Mayor Karim Bass, Chairman and Council members, It is an honor to stand here to thank you for establishing Mehsà Day on the Los Angeles city calendar. This is a significant moment for both of hardworking Iranian community in Los Angeles and the global Iranian diaspora. Los Angeles, with a diverse community and compassionate officials, continues to be a beacon of hope to the world, as Mayor Norris Paulson said in 1953. Mehsà represented a hopeless, captive, and lifeless innocent girl, whose story symbolizes woman life freedom. Women life freedom is about the quality of one's life. Abraham Lincoln said, "It's not the years in your life that count, it's the life in your years." The Mehsà Amini movement was not just about the Islamic Republic dress code violation. It highlighted decades of women's oppression under a sexist regime. Half the population lacks control over their bodies, health, families, finances, social lives, marriages, employment, and child custody. This also affects those with different political views, beliefs, sexual orientation, races, and religions. Speaking of religion, the Baha'i faith, the largest non-Muslim minority in Iran, has faced a spectrum of abuses and systematic repression since 1979. I'm Baha'i myself. I was expelled from a school, beaten by officials, and constantly humiliated as a child. Baha'i is not allowed to attend university, get a job, obtain a business license, practice their religion, or even have right after death, as their gravestone get destroyed. God bless America for giving many of us resettlement opportunities, regardless of our religion and views. Last week, the UN Security Council held a controversial moment of a silence for a deceased Islamic Republic president. But this time, let us turn around to the innocent side. Please join me for a brief moment of silence for Mehsà Amini and so many other victims of brutality. Our sincere appreciation to great people of Los Angeles, to the officials, to Mr. Ardalan, notably Councilman Bob Blumenfield, reaffirming that Los Angeles is not just a city, but the dynamic portal to the entire world. Thank you.
Thank you. And lastly, we're going to hear from someone who's no stranger to this chamber, has been here many times and is a loud voice in the Iranian American community, Mr. John Ardalan.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Esteemed member of the City of Los Angeles, my colleagues and I stand before you today with hearts full of appreciation for the incredible gesture of kindness, of compassion that you have shown in recognizing the tragic and senseless death of Mehsà Amini and declaring a day in her honor. Mehsà Amini was a talented young woman whose life was barbarically cut short by hands of current regime in Iran. Her senseless death has left a void in hearts of millions of people around the world. By declaring September 16 Mehsà Amini Day, the city of Los Angeles has not only paid tribute to her memory, but has also taken a powerful stance against the injustice and violence that ultimately caused her death. This sends a clear message that violence will never be accepted and that we will never be silenced. As we all gather here today from all walks of life, backgrounds, and religion, we stand united in support of a single case. That cause for freedom, we must amplify our voices louder than ever. We must be the voice of thousands of Iranians who are unable to speak their own truth without facing severe consequences. We are their voice. We are their voice. I also want to thank you, Mr. Bob Blumenfield and his team, for their incredible effort in making this possible for humanity. These have worked tirelessly to bring this vision to life. I want to also thank the Mayor of Los Angeles, the City of Los Angeles Council members, and the City Attorney for making this day possible. Let us continue to honor her memory and stand up against injustice. Woman, life, freedom.
Before you make the presentation, Mr. Blumenfield, we've got a couple of speakers on the queue, beginning with Councilmember Hernandez.
Thank you, Council President. Thank you, Councilmember Blumenfield, for bringing these courageous individuals to our chambers. Thank you for uplifting Mahsa Amini and what she went through. You all are very brave, not only to have talked about her when she was killed, but to continue to talk about her so that we don't forget, and to stand up for the people of Iran that are being killed and hurt in an attempt to protest the death of Mizina. So thank you so much for your bravery. Thank you for continuing to tell her story. Thank you for reminding us. And I'm just very grateful for your bravery, because not a lot of people are willing to do what y'all are doing. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Councilmember Yaroslavsky.
Thank you, Councilmember Blumenfield, for bringing this presentation today and reminding all of us what Mahsa Amini sacrificed when she bravely defied the oppressive Iranian regime in September of 2022. Ms. Amini's life and legacy means so much to so many Angelenos and people around the world, many of my Iranian-American constituents in Westwood and West LA. She started a movement with women, millions of people across the world, shouting women, life, freedom, demanding an end to the oppression of women and political violence. Thank you for carrying her legacy on and keeping it alive. It matters. This matters. Announcing the day in September matters. In her honor and in the honor of every woman and man standing up to oppression, I'm proud that in July we're going to officially be renaming the intersection of Westwood Boulevard and Rochester Avenue in Westwood as Women, Life, Freedom Square. And we'll have the final date soon. And we hope all of you will join us to honor her legacy and keep that memory alive and keep pushing for what we know to be right and true. Thank you so much, Councilmember Blumenfield.
Thank you so much. Councilmember Blumenfield to close.
Just thank you, women, life, freedom.
First of all, I want to thank you for what you have done for Iranian community, and we never forget that. What is your special message? And you know what happened in Iran, and you know what's happening in Iran right now.
Well,
we need to know.
It's important that we don't forget Mahsa Amini, that we not only remember her, but we celebrate what she stands for. And in fact, we've declared today that in September we're having Mahsa Amini Day, that we move forward, and this is the kickoff to that, so we can organize around that day of celebration. And it's not just celebrating; it is remembering and redoubling our commitment to women, life, and freedom, to what she represented. So I'm very excited about that and was thrilled that we were able to come in today together.
امروز یه روز خیلی خیلی تاریخی بود برای اینی که یک بار دیگه ایرانی‌ها نشون دادن که با همراه همدل با تمام مردم ایران هستیم. هر جای دنیا که باشیم قلبمون با ایرانه، نفسمون با بچه‌هایی که تو ایرانن و بی تفاوت نیستیم فقط برای اینی که خارج از کشور زندگی می‌کنیم. تمام ماها تک به تک ماها همراه مردم ایران اگینست این رژیم خواهیم رفت تا روز آزادی. امید آزادی، ژن ژیان آزادی، زن زندگی.
برنامه خیلی بزرگ و با شکوهی بود، با همت عزیزان ایرانی که سعی کردن که با آفیشال لس آنجلس، سیتی ها لس آنجلس مسئله رو کوردینیت بکنن که چنین روزی در تاریخ تقویم لس آنجلس تا ابد بمونه و این باعث میشه که هر سال این مسئله زنده بشه. امیدوارم که مجبور نباشیم که در ناامیدی این مسئله رو از روش بگذاریم هر سال و در سالهای آینده بعد از آزادی ایران با یک خوشحالی و با یک نیت بهتر و احساس بهتری این روز رو بگذرونیم. سعدی صدها سال پیش گفته تو را که از مهنت دیگران بیغمی نشاید تو را خواند آدمی. یعنی ما هممون یک جوری مهاجرت کردیم اومدیم خارج از کشور و زندگی‌های راحت خودشون هر کس در نوبه خودش داره، ولی قلب ما و روح ما و زندگی ما در ایران گذاشتیم. خانواده‌های ما اونجا هست، هم وطنان ما اونجا هست، فرهنگ ما همه اونجا هست و این همدردی ما اونقدر نمیتونیم مبارزه کنیم با این سیستم، ولی میتونیم امید و نگه داریم، امید و زنده نگه داریم به تمام کسایی که جونشون باختن، مثل توماج صالح که الان در زندان و عزیزان دیگه و مثل پویا بختیاری که تمام خانواده‌اش از دست داده و مشکلاتی که براش پیش اومده. اینو بگیم که این امید زنده است و ما در کنارتون هستیم.
به نظر من یک واقعا تحسین دلانگیزی بود از مهسا و از زنان ایران، برای که 16 سپتامبر که روز مرگ مهسا بود به دست این غارتگران ایران، شهر لس آنجلس یه برنامه‌ای گذاشته بود برای بزرگداشت این روز و از جامعه ایرانی موفق در امریکا تشکر کردن. البته این قانون مهسا در سنای امریکا مثل که تصویب شده و بنابراین کانسل ممبران مرتب صحبت کردن، به ویژه آقای جهانگیر اردلان باعث این جریان شده بود و ما خیلی خوشحالیم. به همه زنان ایران در هر کجا ایران هستن افتخار میکنیم واقعا و بهشون از همینجا درود میفرستیم. زن، زندگی، آزادی.
مال سردلان تبریک میگم که روز قشنگی بود. میخوام از طرف خودم، از طرف تمام هموطنانم تشکر کنم. من میبینم چقدر زحمت میکشید برای اینکه جامعه ایرانی رو یه پل ارتباطی داشت باشی که بشناسونی جامعه آمریکایی و جامعه آمریکایی. امروز میبینی که در ایران چه اتفاقی افتاده میفته و مسئله مهسا چی هستش و این خیلی کار بزرگیه که ما ایرانی‌ها به همت امثال مثل شما و دیگر دوستان داریم انجام میدیم.
جناب رفیعی، من تشکر میکنم، سلامی عرض میکنم، درود دارم به همه هموطنانم در ایران. این کاری که انجام شده واقعا برای ایرانی ها هستش. کردیتش من اصلا نمیخوام بگیرم آقای رفیعی. کاریه که به هر حال از نظر وجدانی وظیفه یکایک ما هست که قدمی رو که اگر میتونیم برداریم برای مملکتمون باید برداریم و این برای نیکاها هست، برای پویاها هست، برای این 600 نفری یا این زندانیانی یا این تورچری یا این هر روز دارن میکشن این رژیم و ما نمیتونیم بی تفاوت باشیم. باید همگی با همدیگه هم صدا باشیم. فرق نمیکنه چه دینی داریم، چه مسلکی داریم، اما این نمودار مهسا، یعنی کاری کرده مهسا که واقعا ما ازش بتونیم یه هرکول براش درست بکنیم و این زن، زندگی، آزادی یا ژن، ژیان، آزادی آرم ما خواهد بود و اینقدر مبارزه خواهیم کرد تا بتونیم عدالت رو در مملکت به جایی برسونیم که بتونن عادل باشن، بذارن مردم صحبت کنن. با صحبت کردن، با آواز خوندن، با ترانه ساختن نباید افراد رو اعدام کرد و این مهسا اکتی که در سیتی آف لس آنجلس به ثبت رسیده واقعا این یک نمودار زیبایی هستش که داره نشون میده که دموکراسی یعنی چی. اگر آقایونی که در اونجا دارن حکومت میکنن به اسم عادل خودشون رو به نام خدا خودشون رو عالم و عادل میدونن، چه دموکراسی دارن اونجا؟ وقتی کسی نمیتونه حرف بزنه، وقتی حرف میزنه باید زندان بشه 20 سال، تورچرشون بکنن. ما صدای اونها هستیم، ما در اینجا صدای اونها خواهیم بود و تا زمانی که خون در رگ‌های ما هست نام مهسا و نام پویاها و نیکاها و همه رو زنده نگه داریم.